house nearby. Maybe we're neighbors.
Where's my son?
I don't know.
Where's my money?
I don't have it.
Bernie! They want to see you walk and talk. Because you are Lonnie. Lonnie? Okay!
Little House on the Prairie is back with a Netflix reboot. Also this summer, Anya Taylor-Joy plays a con artist in a new thriller. Ted Lasso returns for another season. Will Ferrell takes a swing at golfing in The Hawk, and a gritty French drama goes inside an elite police unit. Welcome to our TV series roundup. And Dheepthika Laurent is here with all the highlights. Hello.
Hi, Eve.
Well, let's start with the reboot of the beloved series, The Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah, that's right. It was a beloved series. Little House on the Prairie ran from 1974 to 1983. It enjoyed actually a huge resurgence during the pandemic, Eve. In 2024, it became the most streamed legacy show of the year. So Little House on the Prairie is adapted from book 3 of a series of autobiographical children's books written by Laura Ingalls Wilder in the 1930s and 1940s, and basically documents her family, Ma, Pa, and her sister Mary, as they navigate frontier life. Netflix's version is an adapt of Ingalls' books, so the series is part survival tale, part family drama, part historical exploration of relationships between settlers and indigenous people. Take a look.
No church.
Hello.
We're building a house nearby. Maybe we're neighbors.
I'd be careful if I were you.
There's nothing free about this land at all.
I can't have strangers walking into my house uninvited.
I think they'd say the same thing.
I've seen entire families freeze to death out here. Get taken by a fever.
Now, Dipti, Netflix has really tried to correct historical errors. Laura Ingalls Wilder's books were very problematic, weren't they?
Yeah, and that's saying it pretty lightly, actually. They were very problematic. Her books are full of racist tropes. It also glossed over how the Ingalls family got their land, basically by dispossessing Native Americans of their land. Netflix has also kind of come into this into the center of a cultural war, if you like. For instance, last year, conservative influencer Megyn Kelly warned the streamer not to make the series woke. Others feared that the series would promote the trad wife culture, which has been linked to white Christian nationalism. Anyway, the streamer has gone to great pains to show us that its version is modern. There's this line in the first episode, this is Osage country, one of the characters tells Laura's father. It becomes painfully clear to him that he's actually building on settler land. Land that is not his. It also features a multiracial cast. They used an Osage country consultant for the representations of Native Americans. Indigenous artists were used for costumes. And there's also an inclusion of a Native family of homesteaders.
So is it worth watching?
Well, you know what? It's an antidote to every frantic, fast-paced series that we've talked about here and that's kept you up at night. It's actually quite the opposite. It's glacially slow, Eve. In 1800s frontier life in the U.S., life was just one big challenge after another. It feels laborious to watch because that kind of life was actually quite laborious. But it's not a bad thing. There's a lot of themes that will resonate with a modern audience, like this unwavering belief in the American dream at a time when many were losing faith with those in power. It's also got a bit of everything: soapy historical family drama, vast expanses of American land, native communities, nature, civilization. And, there's definitely a demand for these kind of American historical fictions. Look at, Taylor Sheridan's Empire. And Netflix also has faith in this series. It's already been renewed for a second season.
Okay, we're looking forward to it. Well, next to one of the most awaited series of the summer, Lucky stars Anya Taylor-Joy, who we know from The Queen's Gambit. She's also an executive producer of the crime thriller on Apple TV+. It could be your holiday binge, would you say?
Yeah, it could be. Well, the premise definitely gets you hooked. It was supposed to be Lucky's one last multi-million-dollar heist, but it goes horribly wrong. Anya Taylor-Joy's Lucky plays a criminal on the run being pursued by the FBI and a crime boss who happens to be her partner's mother. It's adapted from the best-selling book by Marissa Stanley. It's also got star power on screen. Annette Bening plays the crime boss. Timothy Oliphant plays her father. It's also got star power behind the scenes. Hello Sunshine, a.k.a. Reese Witherspoon's company, has produced the miniseries.
I taught you how to survive in the life that you were born into.
I know, Dad.
I was definitely touched that they wanted me to play, or they thought of me to play, a woman of such intelligence and tenacity. And yeah, people like to see me struggle, and they like to see me survive. And no, I was so glad that they trusted me with this material, and that they empowered me to have the kind of voice that I did have on this show. You know, I feel like I learned so much, and this is my first producing credit.
Just thinking I'd like to get out of here alive.
Everything is going according to plan.
Until it isn't.
Now, Dheepthika, this seems to be yet another intense role for Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yeah, that's right. She does seem to really be good at those intense roles. This is very high octane. It's bloody, it's violent. There's lots of running, lots of car chases. It's very fast paced. It's also very slick and stylistic in terms of cinematography, decor, and music. That a lot of the chase scenes, for instance, were filmed across, desert areas. It was filmed between Las Vegas and Los Angeles. For me, it definitely has some elements of Killing Eve, a lot of the elements of the female-driven crime drama that's interesting to watch.
Okay, well, next up then, a new French series on Netflix. It's called GIGN in French, or Elite Force, starring Largo Winch actor Thomas Sisley.
Yeah, that's right. GIGN, or GIGN, stands for Intervention Group of the National Gendarmerie, the French military police. They basically intervene in counterterrorism operations, hostage situations, that kind of thing. So in the series, Thomas Sisley stars as David. He's a unit chief hoping to leave the field behind him, but he's drawn back when an attack targets his team. They have to combat an invisible enemy with a kiloton of stolen military-grade explosives, and he has to protect his godson, who has just joined the unit as a new recruit.
Okay, a gritty thriller à la française. Let's take a look.
Lève tes mains! Je veux voir tes deux mains au-dessus de la tête! Lève ta main gauche, j'ai besoin de voir ce que t'as dans la main gauche. Lève ta main gauche!
Je peux rien faire. On me faut le détonateur.
Je vous rappelle notre devise, s'engager pour la vie.
Intégrer le GI, c'est intégrer la crème de la crème. Mais c'est pas gratuit.
Max, ton père est mort et on est tous obligés de vivre avec.
So, Eva, if you like shows like Marseille or Dark Hearts, well, then this is really the right series for you. It's very gripping, it's relentless, intense French police drama. It's quite technical as well, so you have to sort of concentrate to keep along. What's interesting is Julien Leclerc is co-creator of the series. He also directed the 2010 film The Assault, which was based on the real-life story of the GIGN's 1994 storming of a hijacked Air France flight to save passengers. So he brings some of that expertise. The series was also produced with the support of the GIGN. You can expect very authentic depictions of their training and tactical operations. Okay, well,
to round off your recommendations for the summer, you have two sports comedies, starting with season 4 of Ted Lasso.
Yeah, the long-awaited season 4. It comes 3 years after the previous season. The sports comedy stars mustachioed Jason Sudeikis as a sunny American trying to save a grumpy British men's football club. This season, he's tasked with coaching a second division women's football team. The series made household names of its cast members: Hannah Waddingham, Phil Dunster, who was recently in another excellent TV series called Rooster, Brett Goldstein, also who's just starred in a new film with none other than J-Lo. Ted Lasso is beloved by fans. It's warm-hearted, it's a bit dorky, it's earnest. Critics also loved it too. Ted Lasso picked up 13 Emmys for its 3 previous seasons. Take a look.
Welcome back, Coach.
Thank you, sir.
Too bad you're coaching a bunch of girls, you old wanker.
Season 4 of Ted Lasso, and Will Ferrell takes on his first major TV role in The Hawk. He's returning to his favourite genre, sports comedy, and he plays an aging golf champion chasing one last shot at glory.
Yeah, that's right. This comedy was produced by Will Ferrell himself and his longtime friend Harper Steele. So he plays Lonnie Hawkins, who is a declining golf champion dreaming of winning one last major to complete his career Grand Slam. The problem is no one really believes in him anymore, and he has to compete with his own son, who is now golf's new prodigy. It also stars Molly Shannon, who we last saw as a guest star in Only Murders for Buildings, and Luke Wilson. And as you said, sports comedies are his sweet spot. In the mid-2000s, Eve, a Will Ferrell sports comedy was pretty much de rigueur. You had Talladega Nights, which was dealt with NASCAR, a semi-pro basketball, Blades of Glory, figure skating. He's done it all, and now he's adding golf to his list of sports comedies.
So playing an aging golfer who peaked in the mid-2000s seems apt for him. Thank you so much, Dheepthika. Let's leave you then with a look at The Hawk on Netflix. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Lonnie Hawkins is 3 feet from making his mark on golf history. You've got to be kidding me.
You were a big shot golfer.
I still am a big shot golfer. I just need to get my groove back.
Dad, the guys are saying that I'm the honk now.
Golf is easy!
I think that you're afraid that our son is going to eclipse the great Lonnie Hawkins.
The question is, are you a pro?